Hi besties, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another winter diary. I hope you guys are having a great start to your new year. It is Monday and I have been non-stop ever since I woke up. We are on week 4 of consistently waking up at 5 a.m. I'm very excited because I feel like I'm seeing progress in the gym and just overall like my mental health, and it just like translates into all aspects of my life right now. Like I just feel very consistent with work, with showing up for myself and showing up for my partner. Things are just kind of like in flow state, right? So I just want to continue to show up for myself and make hard decisions that make me just 1% better every day. But anyways, I had a very busy like filming morning and I'm slowly working through my to-do list. Right now I'm putting together a little box for my friend Gabby. I'm sure you guys watch her on YouTube as well. We're actually doing a book swap of the same book. She has the black cover version and I have this like green color version, and we were on FaceTime the other day and we were talking about how we're both reading Wuthering Heights, and we were just like, do you want to swap? Because like as beautiful as this is, she doesn't feel like me. Like, I feel like you guys know my vibe and my aesthetic. Like as soon as I saw her version, I was like, yeah, send it to me. I'm gonna send her book out, and then I'm also gonna send her some like PR, some like keys, soul care, this little eyeshadow stick, and then this little lip blurring stick. I'm gonna mail these out, and while we're out and about, I need to film part 2 of the collab that I'm doing. So yeah, let's spend another winter diary together. I decided to get my nails done in between running errands, and you guys, there's just nothing that tops a thin French tip. These nails remind me of summer. In the summertime, these were on repeat, but the reason why I'm switching from dark to like lighter nails is because I need to start like testing out what I want for the wedding and like batch trip, and like I know that I want like a thin French, so I think I'm just gonna go with this, honestly. It just looks so timeless. I'm obsessed. Also, I've been making my little iced coffees like when I run errands or I'm on the go, and I totally forgot that I had this mini Bink bottle, and it's literally perfect. Just romanticizes your iced cafecitos like even more. I'm obsessed. And this color, I've been obsessed with baby blue lately. I've been pinning a lot of like baby blue colored like inspo on Pinterest. This color is just doing something to me. I'm obsessed. We're giving content creator realness right now because tripod is literally out. I've been at my laptop literally for 3 hours now, already 11 o'clock. I have to do some edits for a brand and I have to submit 2 drafts by end of day, which I'm trying to get out like before noon. I'm actually gonna get rid of this. This is bugging me. But yeah, it just feels so good that like we woke up at 5 a.m. again to go to the gym. Hard as it is in the moment, it's so filling because you got like the hardest thing off your to-do list before the sun even rises, and it's just so satisfying. And it feels like I just have a head start on work when I like am able to do my morning rituals and do it with intention before I get into like work mode. When I get my to-do list over with so that way we can go to the library later. I put a hold for the Hunger Games because everyone and their mom is suddenly reading the Hunger Games. I'm trying to get a hold of it, and then I also want to see if my library has The Women by Kristen Hanna. It was just voted for February Book of the Month in my book club, and I'm very excited because I read The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna and we all loved it. Like it was one of our favorite book club reads. It was a 5-star read for me, so I'm excited to continue the Kristen Hanna journey. I feel like I'm a little bit behind with reading and it's kind of bugging me. So I'm reading Wuthering Heights. It's so like hard for me to understand what is going on. So I read the first 3 chapters last night, but I'm just like, what is happening, dude? So I literally had to spark note what I just read because you can only like highlight on the Kindle. And like I mentioned yesterday, I'm doing a book swap with my friend Gabby, and I want to annotate like the crap out of it. So I'm patiently waiting for that. Oh yeah, I had to SparkNote what the heck I just read last night because I was like, I don't know what's going on. I genuinely have no idea. It was just very chaotic and hard for me to get a grip and just hard for me to focus. But you know what? I love a challenge. We're gonna get through it. But yeah, I don't know how long Wuthering Heights is gonna take me, honestly, because I really want to like indulge in it and just be like super academic about it and really try to understand what's going on. But I need the physical copy. But yeah, that's kind of my thought process. But I wanted to pick up the Hunger Games and hopefully The Women by Chris and Hannah because that's always out of stock in my library, and it'll give me more incentive to get through Wuthering Heights. But yeah, busy morning, and let's get through our to-do list. Another early morning in the books. I'm feeling so consistent. I am like so ahead with the things that I have to do. And I think I'm just like realizing that the 5 a.m. life is the life for me. I just feel like I've unlocked so much more time to pour into reading and just to pour into myself. Got a ton of stuff done this morning right after the gym, and I'm honestly having a pinch me moment. I collaborated with Chanel. So our collaboration went live this morning. So I was kind of just like giggling, kicking my feet. These are the type of brands that I've been wanting to work with for so long, and sometimes I forget how long I've been creating content with like just the ups and downs of this industry. And I've hit some big goals already just in the first month of the year. And I'm very just like, I don't know, I'm having a kind of like an out of body experience. Actually journaling about this and talking about this with my fiance, but I have a hard time of like being proud of myself and kind of just, you know, feeling deserving of what is happening and just like receiving recognition or just receiving the things that I have manifested and dreamed about and worked so hard to get here. And so when it's finally like here in like my possession, it's just like, what? Like this imposter syndrome kicks in. And then I got 2 degrees in something that I no longer even use. And I started my professional career at a Big 4 firm, you know, basically hating my life, crazy hours, and now I can call this like my full-time job. Kind of makes me a little uncomfortable because on like the day-to-day basis, sometimes I find myself feeling guilty and I don't know why. And I think I just need to get this like punched out of my head or something. But like I feel guilty sometimes when I realize that I'm doing so much better than being at my corporate job, financially, mentally, career progression wise. I feel guilty because to me, I entered the workforce like in a constant state of emergency of like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to be go. I have my 6 a.m. routine, I need to be clocked into the office by this time. Oh, I can't leave my desk, I need to be showing that I'm online. If I have downtime, I need to reach out to my colleagues and ask if they need help. And then that turns into 65 to 70 hour work weeks, and that's just not normal. But it was so normalized in my job and in my industry, yet I knew what I was getting myself into. I just didn't realize how badly it would affect me. I feel like I just went on a tangent. Sorry if this is just everywhere, but I find myself sometimes feeling guilty because my work life now doesn't feel chaotic like how it used to be. Yet I'm seeing so much more progression in my career. So many doors and opportunities are presenting themselves to me after, you know, doing content creation on the side for so long and then now doing it full time. Deep down in my core, I know I deserve these things, but sometimes like being in the moment, I feel like I don't, because, you know, I'm so used to hard work looking like something else. Like to me, it looked like clocking into my 9 to 5. It looked like reporting to somebody. It looked like just hating my life, being on the computer and living a very reactive and just state of emergency type of corporate life. So sometimes mentally it's like, are you working hard enough? Or how are you receiving all of these things when you're actually enjoying your career or you're enjoying your day-to-day life? I need to like work through it and really just like figure out ways to release that, because it just doesn't do anything for me. It makes me feel horrible about myself, and it also just makes me want to hug younger version of me. Like now I'm living the life that I dreamed about, and I'm so grateful. Yeah, it's literally only the first month of the year and a year has happened. Like it's really hard for me to explain. I just wish you could just be in my brain for a second. I'm just having like an out-of-body experience with things that are happening. But which brings me to the point of today and how I want to have a slower day. I'm gonna try to combat this feeling because I am in a great position today to not be filming. I'm challenging myself to not film today just because I'm so ahead, and it's not from like a state of burnout or anything. It's just a state of like, girl, you don't need to be putting yourself through a state of emergency feeling to be working hard. My career now allows me the time to be able to have more relaxed days and just to enjoy like the little moments a little bit more. I don't know if I'm like saying this in the right words, but yeah, that's my challenge today. No filming short form, just hanging out with you guys. I want to continue reading Wuthering Heights. My copy of Wuthering Heights is literally on its way to me. So it's going to be delivered at like 1:30. It's 11:30 right now. So I just cannot wait to start annotating. But in the meantime, I thought we could have a cutie little reading day. I'm only 20% in, so I want to definitely make some progress. But yeah, anyways, that was just like so vulnerable. Truly nothing better than a cozy bowl of soup on a gloomy winter day. I think our bookie has arrived. Oh my gosh, she sent some goodies. Oh my gosh, first of all, the beautiful Wuthering Heights book. Ugh, this edition is just doing something to me. She's perfect, absolutely stunning. Aww. Handwritten letters. Romance is so back. It's like she knew like what we talked about today. She got me some goodies from Japan. I'm so excited. She got me 2 little bookmarks, which I love. My mom actually got me one very similar to this when she was in Japan as well. The best highlighters ever. Oh my gosh. And then book tabs. Wait, this is a keychain one that you just put on to like your purse or your journal. And then she got me these ones. These colors are everything. These colors are literally perfect for this book. What? This is just itching my brain. Gabby, if you're watching this, love you down so bad. Little progress update. I also made some abuelita because I did in fact start my period, which is probably why I am feeling just very like weird today and just more emo. I have my bun, of course. I'm currently rereading the first 4 chapters of what I read on my Kindle just so I can really understand what's going on, and I feel like I'm understanding it now. I'm absolutely loving this process of not being able to digest like a book as easily as I thought I would or as easily as I usually do, challenging me as a reader, which is what I've been wanting, like to the point where I have to pause and I have to look up words and I'll underline it and I will define them. So I am trying to annotate, and I'm also trying to give like my raw thoughts and like reactions to certain scenes. Like I've found that early on Lockwood seems very like conceited, like specifically in this part where Lockwood is assuming that Heathcliff is her husband. And then Heathcliff is like, no, that's my daughter-in-law. And then he makes the assumption that, oh, the clown at my elbow, aka Hareton, is her husband. He says, a sad pity, I must beware how I caused her to regret her choice. So I put so conceited LOL because he thinks that he can just like pull her. He's even thinking to himself, the last reflection may seem conceited, it was not. My neighbor struck me as bordering on repulsive. I knew through experience that I was tolerably attractive. Like, sit down. Sit down, sir. We barely even know you and you're just like so conceited. But yeah, I'm really just trying to annotate here and there my thoughts, just underline things that I think are key, like world building, just kind of painting a picture of like where we're at, and then also just like characteristics of these characters. And then here I just defined a word. But yeah, I'm intrigued so far. My goal is to continue rereading up to chapter 4 and then maybe read 2 additional chapters tonight. I don't know, we'll see what the vibes are. I'm gonna join a book sprint, but I thought I'd end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. But yeah, sorry for being just like low energy. I feel like it's just a mixture of things, like emotions and also being on my period just like really is draining and making me so fatigued. But nonetheless, I just wanted to share with you guys like the realness. These are just quiet winter days, and the cozy cult, if you know, you know. Comment down below the sock emoji, because these are just like quiet winter days, and I feel like that's just very cozy emoji to give the vibes that we were giving this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Love you, bye.